Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. As you already know, this is your U.S. General 5-drawer tool cart with side tray and deep compartment. Today is Friday, as you can see. We just now making it back over to the storage unit, getting back to it, getting busy as always. All right. Been MIA for quite a few days, been running around, had a lot to do, a lot on my plate to take care of. But now we back, ready to get back to it, ready to get busy as always. All right. This morning I did receive a couple of packages. So before I jump into, demonstrating any tools upon a day or jump into the tool conversation, I want to run through these packages real quick to get a good visual on basically what just came in at the prior moment for myself. All right, but I ain't gonna hold you up too much more longer in the introductory of things. But as I always state as usual, I always keep my signature lingering somewhere in the background. My Dunkin' Donuts coffee. You already know. Okay, so pretty much I'm about to get some contents out to the top of the tool cart. We're going to dive right in, get a good visual. Then we're going to jump into the tool discussion of the day. So walk with me. Let's get it. All right, I got a package out, nothing too crazy upon the day. So I'm going to get the items out the box and we're going to take a look at the contents real quick and we're going to dive right in. So walk with me. Let's get it. All right, as I just got the package open, as you can see, what I just received, these items came from APMEX. Okay, as you can see here. And this is a 5-ounce Scottsdale silver round. As you can see here, what came in the package. And I also just received a Pimp Swiss made. This is a 2.5 gold bar bullion. Okay, this is the real with the certificate number. And as you can see, this is the Veriscan. Okay, you can see that this is 99.9 fine gold, 2.5 grams. Okay. So yeah, pretty much this is what just came in at the moment. There's a lot of people who have received these out there, whether from eBay and things like that, because there are a lot of counterfeit bars out there. When it comes to items like these, I suggest that you get them from a reputable dealer, whether mintage or bullion exchange. Okay. So as you can see here, it does have the Veriscan in order to not just scan the barcode, but actually scan the bar gold itself for the identification print that's within the gold bar. Okay. Give you a good look of that. Right. Going back into this 5-ounce, as you can see, this is 5 ounces here of pure fine silver. As you can see, this is very thick. Okay. This is the 5-ounce stackables. As you can see, here shows 5 troy ounces, 0.99 fine silver. Give you a more closer visual. Okay, they do have 100-gram and what is that? I think a 2 or 3 ounce round also that stacks with these. Okay, so that's just basically what came in from APMEX today. Once again, mixing a little bit of content here and there. This is, for those stackers out there, the people who understand, what they're basically looking at. They know where I'm getting at with this. All right, so now we're gonna move along. We're gonna jump into the tools and jump into the tool discussion of the day. Let's get it. And just real quick, I folded out part of the page, for my privacy and address and things like that. But just to show you, coming from APMEX, which is a precious metal exchange, okay? So, when you buying precious metals, this is how, you want authenticity and paper trail to your purchases and things like that, just in case you come across counterfeits. Like I said, I don't suggest, buying items like this when it comes to eBay. I prefer, to tell you it's better to just get them from reputable exchanges and bullion suppliers. All right. So as you can see here, this is coming from the American Precious Metals Exchange. All right, let's get it. Okay, moving along into the video. Now we're about to touch into the tool topic discussion of the day. I'm about to get out a couple of items, but before I do that, just real quick, Hunter Skinner out there on YouTube, if you see this video, all right, your package has been sent out, all right, for the free tool giveaway off of the Heavy Wrench live stream. So that is on its way coming to you. If you happen to come across this video, contact Phil. Phil has the tracking information for you. All right. So now I'm going to get some items out real quick to the top of the tool cart, and we're going to dive right in. Let's get it. Okay, today's discussion and topic is going to be based upon a gentleman asking me about using torque sticks and are they any good, and should they be using them? Well, to be quite frank and to be quite honest, the individual who asked me is not a professional. Okay, they do work on their vehicles independently at home as a home mechanic and things like that of that nature. When it comes to being in a professional shop and professional settings, I've always used torque sticks. When it comes to cordless equipment, okay, in today's field, a lot of individuals, they use cordless equipment over air pneumatic equipment. But when it comes to air pneumatic equipment, I always use torque sticks. All right, always have. As you can see, this is a 1/2 inch drive torque stick that I'm holding here. Okay, you have torque sticks that have different specs of range when it comes to foot-pounds per pressure. All right, this torque stick here ranges up to 120 foot-pounds per pressure, I believe. But just because there's different colors, but I'll go back just to check and see if this one is the 100. No, this one is the 80 to 110 foot-pounds per pressure. Okay, so like I said, when it comes to air pneumatic, yes, I do use these with air pneumatic just as well as using a torque wrench after they're torqued down. Now, some people do not like using torque sticks. They feel that they don't work. From my experience, they do work to a certain degree. It's not to say that with using a torque stick, you still couldn't over tighten a lug nut or stretch a lug nut, okay? Or stretch the stud, all right? There's been times I've ran into situations where lugs been cross-threaded on a stud, or a torque stick was used with an impact wrench and it was torqued down so hard, even without the torque stick, where that either the lug cross-threaded on the stud itself. So then when trying to remove it, the stud is spinning with the back plate just as well as the lug. So it creates another issue when trying to remove the wheel. Okay. A lot of times they will either snap off studs. In some cases, I even ran into situations where using some torque sticks with my Ingersoll Rand 1/2 inch, my 215, not my 215, my 2235 Q Max, where I actually have snapped torque sticks in a live professional shop. Quite some time ago, some months ago, I did put out a video showing that, where I was using the Ingersoll and it snapped one of these and sheared it completely off in half. You would have almost thought that the torque stick was cut in half. That's how it sheared off and shot across the room when it snapped off. With the socket on the other end of the torque stick. Okay, but when it comes to using these with cordless nowadays, you have a lot of individuals who use cordless tools, and some of their most preferable uses come in a 3/8 drive, knowing that we do not technically use 3/8 drive for those applications, which is actually a 1/2 inch drive application. So I'm gonna get out a couple of things. We're gonna take a good look at a few things so that you can get a good understanding and idea of as far as where I'm coming from. Let's get it. All right, just to give you a little brief rundown of some of the items that I have at the top of the tool cart at the prior moment. This is my IR Ingersoll Rand. This is the 2235Q Max 1/2 inch drive. This is air pneumatic. As you can see here, this is the Milwaukee 3/8 stubby, which is a cordless model. All right. As you're taking a look here, all right, this set is a snap-on lug nut flip socket set. The part number is 2003LN, I believe. 203LN. Okay, and the measurement sizes, as you can see, this is 1/2 inch drive, 3/4 to 3/16, 19 and 21 millimeter. What you're taking a look at back here, this is a 17 millimeter gray pneumatic. Okay, I use this socket mainly more for Audis, Volkswagens, and BMW. Some Mercedes-Benz also. You can see the wear that is on this particular socket. You can tell that, you know, it is a socket that is used, you know, very often. All right. If everything will focus in nice and clear, as you can see towards the back end side of the drive size, how it's mushroomed out slightly a little bit from heavy impact use with air pneumatic, not cordless. All right. What you're taking a look at here, this is a Stillman Pro. Okay. Flip socket. This is a 19 millimeter to 21 millimeter. I actually pulled out a new one. I actually have many of these, you know, that I use on a regular, right, for very specific reasons, for thin wall design. Just give me a second and I'll get this one from out the package so that you can get a good look and a good visual. All right, so now that I have the Stillman out, all right, and as you can see here, if it'll focus in well, this is a 19 millimeter to 21 millimeter. This is chromoly. As you can see, this is made in Taiwan. Part number 301160. And you can see it's thin wall design. This is 6-point metric on both ends. Okay. If you can take notice to the corner edge, all right, how it's machined. It's more flat, it's not rounded. Okay. Give you another good look. This here is a gray pneumatic flip socket. Okay, this is also 6-point metric. As you can take notice, you can see that this is one of my most highly used flip sockets that I use most often in a professional setting when it comes to pneumatic impact guns. All right. This has been put through the motions, you know, for quite some time, has held up extremely well. I really like these, all right? But I do work with some other sockets, you know, that hit just as well, okay? Which are technically not flip sockets, but, you know, I will say that they are deep impact sockets, such as the Tecton brand. I like how some of the Tectons hit. They do drive kind of smooth, right, when I'm using them on certain equipment. To give you a good visual, now here it is a snap-on. This is also a flip socket, as you can see here. which also has a 6-point design. If you take notice to how the snap-on is designed compared to the Stillman Pro, and you can see what type of distance and what type of clearance you would actually get with the Stillman Pro compared to the snap-on. So there is a difference between the two, but once again, the Stillman is a thin wall set, the snap-on is not. But if you take a good look at the top, you can see the thickness in the snap-on compared to the Stillman. These are just some items that I use in my field of work, all right? Just as well as I have some other specialized stuff, which I've also demonstrated in the past, okay? This is a rare set to have, which I also stated in many different videos. You know, if you've never seen these, go back into the catalog of my videos. I've put out many different videos on this set. But this is the Milwaukee Shockwave Impact Duty lug nut socket set, which actually has the plastic sleeves on top, just as well as has the plastic inserts within the socket to protect. You know, when it comes to certain particular lug patterns, they have aluminum caps that cover the lugs, right? Not on all make model vehicles, but on quite a few different make model vehicles. So that's for what reason, you know, why they actually have those plastic caps within the inside, not just to protect the outside when impacting inwards, all right? So, you know, these are just some of the items when I'm using, you know, to drive things. I don't technically back out the 3/8 stubby to run lugs down or to run lugs off. Okay, I do have of a 1/2 inch drive material for those applications, just as so to say, my Ingersoll, just as well as I also have Milwaukee Hard Torque. But the only time I really pull out the Milwaukee Hard Torque is when I can't basically remove something with the Ingersoll, and you know, that's every so often, all right, when I run into situations where things is over tightened. But once being applied, when it comes to the Ingersoll, when it comes to torque sticks, like I said, you know, always using torque wrench after the fact. Okay, this is ranging from 30 foot per pounds per pressure to 240 foot per pounds per pressure. This is 1/2 inch drive. This is a Stillman 1/2 inch drive torque wrench. Okay, to adjust the measurements, as you would see here, okay, you would slide back this collet, and this knob right here, you would spin this knob, okay, to get your proper specification and measurement desired, depending upon what type of vehicle you're working on, whether a car, truck, you know, and so on and so forth, and things like that of that nature. But and my suggestion, you know, when working in a professional shop, yeah, I do believe, you know, it's best to use torque sticks. The reason why the gentleman asked me the question is because, once again, he does work on his own vehicle, and he ran into a situation where he used a 4 iron and he tightened things down, but throughout time of not really going back to check that same wheel that he replaced, he started to get heavy vibration, all right? And there was a situation where his wheel almost basically fell off while moving due to the fact of the lugs not being tight enough, okay? And not being torqued down with a torque wrench after the fact of replacing and, you know, removing. So when it comes to things like that, yes, I suggest, you know, you go out and get yourself, you know, a decent torque wrench. If you are not a professional, just get one in general. Professionals and individuals who work in a professional field, they understand, you know, what I'm talking about is safety first always, because when we're doing this type of work, you know, it's a safety sensitive position, and you know, you could be putting someone's life at risk and things like that. So always keep in mind safety first and things like that. All right. All right, so for that gentleman, if you work at home and you use a portable home-owned compressor and you actually do use air pneumatic tools at home, yes, I would suggest that get yourself some torque sticks and always use a torque wrench after the fact. All right. I don't suggest, running lugs down with a pneumatic impact wrench without a torque stick, because once again, you can over tighten or stretch the stud. All right. Just as well as make other mistakes along the way as far as cross threading a lug with the stud itself and things like that of that nature. And once again, get yourself, a decent torque wrench. I have different type of torque wrenches. I have like 4 to 5 different torque wrenches, not just in click style, but I also have digital tech angle, which I just recently picked up, but that's for a whole nother purpose, which is 3/8 drive. I'm still waiting to get the 1/2 inch drive 100th anniversary edition. All right, so that's just basically what that is right there. Once again, if Hunter Skinner out there, if you are catching this video, like I said, your item and package has been sent out, from the Heavy Wrenches live stream. All right. If you're not familiar with the Heavy Wrench, tune into the live streams on the weekends and things like that every Saturday. All right. Okay, so we're gonna wrap this video up about here. All right, we're gonna get back to you. Like I stated, I do have some things coming along. I still need to hurry up and get back to these modifications. Just unfortunately, I've been having some other outside things going on in my life that I've been needing to take care of, so I haven't really had the time to get over here to the storage unit to get started on some things. All right, but it is coming along. It's gonna come its way. All right, so stay tuned for the videos. Like the video, subscribe, share, hit that bell so that you can always receive the most newest updated videos. There is a lot of new subscribers out there to the channel, so I'd like to give a thumbs up to you for subscribing. Thanks, I appreciate it as always. You know what I'm saying? Comment. I do cover a lot of different content on this particular channel. A lot of times I mix it up between tool reviews, tool hauls, tool demonstrations, live real world life demonstrations in a professional settings and things like that when the time presents themselves. All right, so stay tuned to the content. If you just catching wind to this channel, take a look into the catalog of videos that I have. I think I got a little underneath 400 videos or something like that here on YouTube. All right, I do have a modification video that I put out roughly about a month and some change ago that is doing quite well. Got a little bit close to 5,000 views or something like that. It's almost close within a month's time and things like that. So, take a look at some of those previous videos that I put out in the past so that catch up and catch speed of things. All right. So everybody enjoy the rest of the evening out there. The weekend is here. Keep it a safe and a blessed one as always. And until that next tool review, that next modification video, all right, we're going to check you later. Peace.